So that brings us to the marketing minute. And since I have the microphone all to myself, I'm going to make it extra boring. But no, seriously, I have a tip for you guys that everyone can implement, and it is absolutely free, which is the magic 4-letter words of marketing. It rarely comes up, so when it does, we all like to focus on it. It is creating a Google My Business profile, often called GBP. It's the one social media profile most people don't have, but that all hustlers and big boys absolutely should have. The Google My Business profile. Before you turn this volume down, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you need it, and I'm going to also tell you how to make one, so no excuses. So what is Google My Business? It's often shortened to GMB or GMBs in the marketing world. It's essentially Google Maps crossed with social media. Creating a Google My Business means you can collect reviews across Google, you can post events that are attached to your store name, and when somebody Googles your business, they can see those, and you can connect your website, phone number, and a lot more, all in really one convenient place. But I don't want my home address to be posted for all to see. Good, because Google actually doesn't want your home address posted either. You can create a Google My Business account and leave your home address unlisted. Only you and Google know that address, but you still get many of the benefits I just listed above. Have you ever typed anything into Google Maps as a location and hit directions and hit drive, and it says Duck Donuts may be closed by the time you arrive. Would you like to continue to blow your diet, or should we not? Google's pulling that information from the Google My Business for Duck Donuts. Maps also works as a bit of a search engine, so if you type in smoothies near me, it's going to pull any GMBs related to smoothies and give you directions and further information, such as when they close, other specials, and things like that. Obviously, the intention of Google Maps is to provide driving directions, which is why Maps prefers Google My Businesses with posted address and not just service areas, but you can still get a lot of the benefits with just the service area setup. So what do I mean when I say service area? Service area, Google My Businesses basically say, hey, I provide a service, although customers can't come to my location to purchase from me. I will deliver it to their location. I will drive to the location. I will service their area. They just cannot come to my house or place of business. It is a great option for home business bakers who don't necessarily want somebody knocking on the door at 9 p.m. looking for cookies for their kid's birthday that they forgot. So what do you need to create a Google My Business? I'm actually going to start off with what you do not need. You do not need an actual LLC. It's similar to starting a Facebook page, so just definitely confirm with your cottage laws that you're not breaking any rules, but I'm going to guess that this doesn't violate any rules. You can't actually sell through your Google My Business profile, so it's not considered online sales. It's very much like you just made an Instagram, except for on Google. You do not need a storefront. As mentioned, your home can be your business office, and you can hide that as well, so there is no excuse not to have one of these. You also do not need money. Google My Businesses are free unless you try to pay for ads or some additional services that they're rolling out, but for the majority of us, it is a $0 investment, which we absolutely love. You don't actually need a website or a phone number. Ideally, you'd have these. Google My Business actually provides a website for you if you so choose. So if you don't have a website, this is a great baby step. You don't get a ton of functionality, but you get enough. It basically is a landing page that says business name, business hours, business contact information, business photos. So it is a gateway drug to actually making like a Squarespace website or something like that. Am I talking too fast, guys? I'm so sorry. Usually at this point in the podcast, Corey's doing jumping jacks in the background to get my attention to talk slower. So basically the summary of that was definitely make a Google My Business. But back to topic, what do you need to create a Google My Business, a GMB account? Unfortunately, yes, you need to kiss your Yahoo email goodbye, and you need a Gmail account. You cannot get around this requirement. In order to access your Google My Business dashboard, you will do that through your Gmail address, and that is where Google will contact you about a lot of things, such as when somebody leaves a good or bad review, they'll send you an email saying, hey, you received a 5-star review from Stacy and a 2-star review from Steve, and we all hate Steve. You'll need to set your category after you create your account. Your category should be the one most similar to what you offer. Here's a little insider information. One of the categories Google has is cookie shop, which should probably be your primary category if you are a sugar cookie baker. I think they may have cake options for you cakers. But if not, there's additional categories. You're not limited to just one. I would say keep them very similar. So we also teach cookie decorating classes. So I have added cooking classes to ours. Keep your category similar. If you say, well, I can make lawn mowing cookies, so I'm going to put landscaper as a category, that is not the correct use of that feature. You'll also need an actual address and not a P.O. box. Google, there's a lot of people who create fake Google My Businesses because they are so powerful. So Google's requirement is that they can send you a piece of mail to your actual address, and that is actually how they will verify that you're a legit business. So you'll create your account. The last step, it says before it says anything else, and a lot of people miss this, is thank you so much. You'll receive a postcard from us in 5 days. And at that time, when you get it verified by typing in the code on the postcard, we will let your Google My Business go live. So until you verify it, you will not see anything from Google. Lastly, you should ideally have a website and phone number. This will be public. You cannot hide your phone number. I know we talked about in the group this week, fake phone numbers. We use callfire.com. It allows us to rent a phone number for $10 a month, and we can set it to whisper call forward. That means it's before I answer the call, if somebody called from Sugar Cookie Marketing, as the phone is ringing on my actual personal phone, it will say, this call is from Sugar Cookie Marketing. And when I answer, I can say, hey, this is Heather with Sugar Cookie Marketing, and sound all real friendly and not mean like I typically do when somebody calls me. It's a great option. Google Voice is free. It has a little bit less options and features for you, but again, it is free. So I think you could actually have that one listed there and to take the calls. Again, Google My Business provides you a website if you do not have one, so that is a great option as well. Make sure though, if you do have a website, do not let Google override your website with their own. So that wraps up my marketing tip, which is basically create a Google My Business. It's a free space. It's free to do. It's awesome to set up. It helps your end user be able to find a lot more about you. It is also a ranking factor as far as SEO is concerned, which I know people hate to hear the word, but it is so valuable. It is actually my day job. So if you guys could go and create one a day, you would have done something awesome for your business and would probably only take you about 5 minutes.